stole, I done paid almost that much in taxes. I mean, not that much, but you know, just imagine every time the boss man wants us to pay taxes. Okay, so it's your choice. What I'm telling you, boss man, and I got my boss man Bites and Dust shirt on here. Everything, if you don't look out for us the way we deserve to be, it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. You can do it, or you don't have to do it. It ain't no sweat off of us. We suggest you do it, because we want to help you. Now this is, you gotta choose, you're the crossroads. And everywhere road or exit you got is off a cliff. Every one of them. You ain't got no smooth. The only people that's got an ease exit off this is us, because we know where the special exits are. You don't know where they are. So you keep on driving. In fact, mash on the gas. If you so bad, yeah, just keep on. We're not gonna beg you, please. We want some relief. No, you can do what you want. That's what our job is, to sell wolf tickets, to Rayfield, to talk about you, to make you do that. And you don't have to do it. But in history, remember, we're going to be writing about this, and all this will be just like our old articles. Some of it is in the whole, but the whole, everything we're going to write, brand new, is going to say this, just what we're saying. We suggested to you over and over and over again, and somebody going to read them somewhere, right? And they're going to say, boss man was told, not only us, but you got to remember, the old silly man was calling it a herd mentality. That don't have no sense. Remember, it's not a herd mentality, it's a herd immunity. We call it consciousness, what do we call it, that deals with the time, the type of consciousness. Collective consciousness. Whether it's colonialism, but there's a collective. You can see white folks saying the same thing we're saying. Right. Some Negroes saying the same thing we're saying. So we're not all alone. But imagine if boss man don't fix nothing. What history gonna say about him? And we're gonna be sitting right there laughing. We're gonna just be laughing. We're gonna say, well, we told you so. You had a chance, dummy. But no, you was the big fool. Yeah, talk about all the people and the Negro this. Now look at you. With all that money, with all them friends, with all that help, you blew it. You're talking about a failure. You know, when Negro women talk to some of the people sometimes, we're going to talk to the white man like that. Yeah, sucker. You ain't no man. You know what I mean? Yeah, you a fool. And you let that Negro and them Negroes and them cotton-picking crackers, tree huggers and all of them make a fool out of you. That's what's going to happen. It's got to happen. There ain't nothing else. There's no other alternative, because he's not going to fix nothing. There's no need to fix nothing. That's right. There's no need to fix. So therefore, I don't intend, if he accidentally fixed something, out of 50 things that need fixed, he could accidentally fix 4 or 5. But two of the main ones will take him out. So he's not going to fix them. Can you imagine? This is 2020 and ain't nobody even talking about fixing nothing. It's ridiculous. You know, damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. That's what we say. Go ahead, boss man. You're going out there. We're not going to beg you. Well, actually, please don't oppress us. No, you just keep on doing what you've been doing. And we're going to keep on doing what we're doing. So anyway, so you want national relief, it depends on what type of relief that you give us. And this is not audacity. This is historical and it's scriptural. Everything we're saying, you can read it in any Bible, any Quran, anywhere. Any history book. It's just there, right? You can read it, you don't have to. That's the thing I asked the FBI. Both times I talked to them. I said, don't y'all ever read any history books? I said, have you ever read, you just read a regular old history book. Just don't make no difference who wrote it. Just read a regular old history book. And they still arrogant like, we're gonna be here. I think there's some of them coming around now. Because, let me see. Big story, purpose of strategic management, purpose of psychological guerrilla warfare. We just mentioned those things. You relieve us. It says, yeah, God will relieve you. Same thing we just said. How are we doing? We're cruising. Why and how is very simple. We'll just be here. And we're going to give you a little time to do what you got to do. And just like we mentioned that somebody ought to call on the phone, they have a couple of weeks or so to call. If they don't call in, the offer's off the thing. Remember, we didn't go through this whole thing because we need so-and-so and them. It ain't like that. And if it looks like that, then y'all is crazy. Okay, I just said you're stupid not to try. It don't cost the boss man nothing to try to find. I don't believe that nigga is saying the truth. But we're going to give them so many million just to see. It's okay, we'll take a down payment. 25 million, just give us 25. That's a down payment, that's not the whole thing. Let's see if you get a little relief. If you don't try it, you're not smart. Because you could print 25 million in about 20 minutes down there. Yeah, you can put 25 million and send a fleet of Benzes over here and park them all out there. It's simple. You give them away, right? That stuff don't matter anymore. You remember a long time ago, if you had a new car, how impressive it was? When we used to drive them big pro-hounds down the street, people still rode the bus and they was walking, you know. And here we come and big pretty. Everybody would, it was unbelievable. That was way back in the 60s. People just got from the country. 10 years before they was barefooted. 15 years ago, all of us was barefooted in the country, and now we drive the richest cars in town. It was unbelievable. So they can give that stuff away now. It's not important. Everybody you can go pay 10 years on a car. People are driving Mercedes, they drive anything they want, right? They just owe everybody. You used to have to pay for a car in 2 years or something like that. Now you can pay for a car in 10 years, the car won't run. When you turn it in, hey man, the car won't run. It's unbelievable. But you can still drive it. For $500 a month, you can drive anything. $1,000. Man alive. Shoot, let me see. Okay, how are you doing cruising? Why? You're stupid if you don't try. USA sanctioning Iran, sanctioning Venezuela, sanctioning us. Bank accounts, we mentioned that. This is guidance, not psychological warfare. In other words, don't mix up what we're saying right now with psychological guerrilla warfare. This is not that. We're just telling you the truth. Right, it's not, this is hidayah. What we're giving, boss man, this is guidance. It's not psychological. You don't have to look around and try to be slick, looking at the table. It's not that. This is hidayah. guidance. It's not psychological guerrilla warfare. Virus burden to the poor, lower middle class. A lot of surface mistakes you're making. Before, you could give all the money to the rich, but in the last 3 go-rounds, the Wall Street go-round, it was 99%, so everybody know, you know, the 1%. Now everybody's feeling like they're moving from the middle class. They didn't move, everybody needed to move from the middle class back down, if they're lucky, to the lower middle class. And some have actually went to the poor and homeless. You would have to be in California to see the numbers of homelessness. And that was before this pandemic. And the top few percent have got so much money that they don't know what to do, right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. What always caused rebellions before? They're going to do you, keep on, they're going to do you like the people in France did Marie Antoinette. She's talking out the side of her mouth. Let them eat cake. They don't have no bread. Well, let them eat cake. They cut the girl's head off for that. They put her in the guillotine, like Gillette guillotine, you know, Gillette razor. That's what the guillotine comes. They cut that lady's head off for making fun of her. Yeah? Okay. And I can imagine they cut the head off, put it in and let it roll in a basket. But anyway, you know, Louis, it must have been 16, something like that. Boss man, you don't know what, you think all them poor white folks is on your side. That's just temporary. And I don't even believe they're on your side. I believe that's false advertisement that you saying that them people like Donald Trump, they would have to be card-carrying stupid. Why? Because they're poor white folks, and Don come from the richest family in New York almost. Don don't have no empathy for them. I heard a lady yesterday talking about our clothes, about 4 presidents. She was talking about Lincoln, she was talking about Teddy Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, Franklin Roosevelt, and Lyndon Johnson. And the thing she said, the length that Abraham Lincoln, where he come from, was, you know, log cabin and all that stuff, you know, reading a lot. And he got big for them. He said all of his travels he gained empathy. He had empathy for the people because he was poor, so he had empathy for the poor. They said Teddy Roosevelt was born rich in New York, and so was Franklin Roosevelt. They were rich New Yorkers. So just to lump them both together, they learned empathy because Teddy Roosevelt was so weak when he was a kid, you know, that he started lifting weights. He got a tough little body, but he learned to gain empathy for people because he was weak at one time, so he could feel how people who are weak and unable feel. And the same thing with the old Franklin Roosevelt. Yeah, old Franklin Roosevelt, he 4-time president. That's when he was from an elite family. Then when he got polio, he was already in politics, but he got polio. It made him even more empathetic. They said that place down in Warm Springs, Georgia, he had it all fixed up for people because he realized that what they needed, he used to have a summer camp, like where he'd be there and all the kids did swim in warm water pools. He said he had parties because because they said those people have to start having fun in life again. So he had empathy for people. Don don't have no empathy for nobody. Don, he don't have empathy or sympathy for nobody. Don is just a character. Actually, technically, I like Don. I'd like to hang out with him every now and then just to make fun of him. You know, he said, boy, are you really that crazy? I don't believe you. That's the way I talk to him. I said, Don, I don't think you. Boy, you're and you're a bum. You're a loser. How you get all that money and then cobwebs is all around all your institutions, everything you had down in, what's on, all the casinos?
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, 2 casinos down there, Trump casinos. Now they cobwebs, water everywhere. Boy, you's a bum. And he is a loser. I bet you he ain't got $5. He don't have no money. That's how they trapped him. He don't have no money. If he did, he'd tell you. He'd show you all the, yeah, I got big money, right? If he had big money, he'd show it to you. Man, I got big money. I ain't jiving. I ain't lying. I got big money. Since he can't want to show you income tax or nothing, that boy is flat broke. That's how come people buy him for cheap. All his hotels. They just use the name Trump Hotel. He don't even own them boys no more. Learn to trust Allah. That's why we're not returning to Oakland right now. This is trusting Allah. That's what it is. That we're trusting in Allah. We're not going to bust our brain. Imagine if we would task with, you got to fix all of this, right? You got to defeat the FBI, the CIA, the Negroes, everybody. You got to defeat them all, right? You got to come up with something slick, right? To defeat all of them, and you got to get the system to work for you. It wasn't possible even for people that were commissioned to do it, divinely commissioned. They couldn't do it without Allah, right? So how are we supposed to do it? Because every now and then you say, nah, we all do this. So hold it. Don't get ahead of yourself, boy. It ain't possible. Well, we don't say it's not likely. It's not likely that you, 2 or 3 people, gonna come up with no scheme, right? To change the whole world of America, right? Hey, that's not giving up, or that's not saying it ain't possible. That's just like, it's ridiculous, right? Everybody need help, so Allah gonna send us help. Allah technically gonna do everything. Yeah, Allah's gonna do the whole show. Of course, we have to be ready for whatever Allah wants us to do, but Allah gonna put it there for us to do. Hey, we're not charged, with something beyond our ability. Okay, so that's the last thing. We have to cut that tree down out there. So if anybody has,
they were supposed to come by that day.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, if you could call them one more time, then we'll give Forrest Auto one more go round, and we'll start getting ready for vintage books. Vintage books, remember all of y'all, all of you have old Islamic books. Do not throw them away, set them on over here. We're going to categorize them, clean them up. We're going to clean up our joint over there, and we're going to have Masjid al-Islam vintage books. It'll be fun, because we can go to all the programs that they have, the booksellers. We just wait till after Because sometimes they put out all the old, you know, where they have the new printing,
Right.
and then they had the old printing. Well, hey man, y'all got all them old ugly books. We'll give you $50 for all of them. You don't want to take them back with you. Ain't nobody gonna buy them old raggedy books no way. All right? People are, you know the money people make on old records, on old baseball cards and dumb stuff like that? You got the right baseball card, you can almost retire. The same ones we used to get in a bubble gum pack, right?
I was listening to a program yesterday, and the guy said he's trying to find Mickey Mantle card. There's only three, I guess, made, and he said 2 people don't want to sell the card, and the one guy or one person that's thinking about selling it, he wants too much for it. So obviously, like you said, whatever it is, he can retire off that particular card itself.
I look forward to vintage books, because there's so many people that like the feel of a book. We'll put some stools in there, and they can come and they can sit, and they can look at the books, and they go, in fact, we put a couple of, we got all that space, we clear all that out, put some lounge chairs, something like that, where they can sit back and read. We'll put a coffee thing in there, that's what we'll do. And let them drink coffee and put some expensive mocha yoga, stuff like that. Yeah, cappuccino, all that stuff the kids drink. I said, how much does that cost? Of course, I put all the money on the card. That's only $8 or so. $5, $7. Good God Almighty. And that's for a little. But anyway, we'll do all of that. We'll turn it into a valuable, something that's fun to do, a good place to hang out, you know, right there, and something we already got built. So we'll vacuum it out in a day or so. Then we'll set up a time to put all that in boxes, and we'll rebox a lot of that, and we'll, you know, we got the, if you want to see something full of books, there's that little thing out there back there.